Good evening, everyone. It's 6 o'clock. That means, of course, we're launching a brand new one-day special. Now, we will be introducing our guest. I'm sure you can guess who it is. We're saying hello to the lovely Lou with us shortly. But it's all about love. We've got love in the air here in the studio as well. We have got the one-day special. We've got a big collection for you as well. And, of course, we've got amazing demonstrations. Shall we? I don't know if she's ready. Shall we say hello to Lou? She looks like she's ready. She's waving. Here she is. Oh, look at you with your backdrop there. How posh is that?
I know, it fell on my head last night.
How are you, Lou?
I'm really, really good. I'm liking this, and I'm liking the theme of not just being about love, I think Valentine's, but I think we all need a bit of TLC at the moment, and sending it out to other people, I think it's a nice idea. So,
Definitely.
yeah, not just Valentine's.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Well, we'll look at the one-day special first of all. Dispatched from the 25th of January, so not long to wait. Let's have a look, because the one-day special itself are the dies. So let's have a look at these. I'm thinking straight away, you know, you're not just talking your cards again here, are you? You're talking your journals, your planners as well. We've got a lovely die there. When we get to it, I'll point it out, but there's a lovely little heart-shaped pocket as well. So, Lou, obviously, we've mentioned already, it's not just Valentine's. We're thinking about all those reasons you would send a card just to tell someone that you love them or you're thinking about them. We're talking anniversaries, aren't we, as well here? Mother's Day even.
Yeah, I think at this time now, I know really don't want to go on about it, but it's really important that we're all in the same boat, and it's nice to get a piece of, whether it's a card or whether it's just an email or something with something made for you. And I think now is the time we need that sort of thing. So just to say that, you know, a love art doesn't mean just love. It just means care, nurture, thinking. So you could do anything with these.
You certainly can. And I did mention, it's kind of a pocket, isn't it? This heart here, you can see it's quite a large die, but I can see there's areas that you're going to score and fold there as well. So does it make kind of a pocket? Could be a secret pocket maybe, in a journal or an album. Oh, yeah, look, you've got one there. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, make one. Because what happens is when you see a die like that, you think, oh, what's that? So I made one. And it can be, you could put them all together to make a big flower, but it's like a pocket. So it's that way, but a couple of them, and you can make a book, a journal out of them or anything. But I like to say, it's something that you could put a gift in, a little gift card. I really like that.
Oh,
like
do you know what you could do? You could make a lot of those, Lou, and string them together and put little gifts in each one. You know, like bunting, but with gifts in there.
Like about, almost like, yeah, I can see it now, yeah.
Oh, I can.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like our little favour pouches as well. Just want to point out as well, you do get, you know, you've got a lot of different dies on this one set, but you do also get the little eyelets there as well, and they are separate, so you don't have to put them in there. You can choose to have the eyelets if you want or not. So everything's been thought about. With the one-day special, you've got lots of dies here. I'm not sure how many we've got all together over the 3 sets. We'll see if we can work that one out, but you do get 3 sets here. £35.97. Now, look at the saving on this one, £10 saving. That can be carried over to the full collection, so keep a tally of that. 155,484. That's for the dies. And they're, got it, 39 individual dies. That's what we've got amongst those 3 sets there. So straight away you can see the value, can't you? That's less than £1 a die. Now, we do have more because we've got a bundle with stencils and washi tape in, Lou, and I've got to say the washi tape is absolutely gorgeous.
When I first saw washi tape, I thought it was one big thick reel. So when I got it all out and I've got it on a page here, it's superb because you've got some that's got from, date, to. You've got best, and you could do it, you know, handmade gifts. You could chop this up and put it on the back of your stuff. It's brilliant.
Love it. Love it. The black, the red and the white together, do you know, it always works, doesn't it? And I can see there, we've got the date, the from, the to. So thinking about, yes, your planners again there. Washi tape is fantastic for that. But this bundle does also contain, of course, the stencils. And something else I love about Studio Light, Louise, you always get the little ring with each stencil, don't you? So you can string these together. But you can have spare rings. If you're going to get a lot of stencils, you don't need to put a ring in every single stencil. So you could use those for maybe making your journals and your binders. These are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, you can use the little reinforcements to reinforce for the ring for those as well, because you get a couple of them in the other die cutting pack as well. But yeah, they're great for making your own journals with, Absolutely.
They really are. We're just looking at the stencils there as well. Actually, I think I did show the board with the washi tape on, but just to see the rolls, let me just bring these back in. Love the fact that you've got the narrow ones, the wider ones, and those in between as well. Very, very useful indeed. 12 rolls in total with those stencils. £4 saving on that one. So already, if you think about it, if I had 10 and a 4, that's £14 saving already. But individually, £13.96, 040611. Then, of course, it wouldn't be studio-like without some stamps, would it? Now, these are good fun, aren't they? I adore, absolutely love the heart that's made up of hearts, Lou.
Yeah, there's loads of them, and really you need to sit down and have a bit of a mess with this so you can have a look round what they actually do, because there's some that'll never be off your desk. Like the little hearts are great for backgrounds. Those optical illusion ones are brilliant. They play with, they mess with your red, those.
That's the one
More
I'm looking
than
at,
I
that
do.
heart with the hearts. We've got a lovely sample, kind of it could be a scrapbook page or it could be a journal page using that. But you've got so many elements here again. 2 sets, your hearts and doodles. There's actually 38 individual stamps there as well. And I love the fact that we've got some of the solids in there. They're made with love. You can see it stamps that solid background and it leaves the, you know, the text there clear, doesn't it? Just for you, sweet love, forever and always, life is better together. And then, of course, you've got your with love, your for you as well. So you can keep these separate or you could use them together as well. And as always, we see a lovely mix of different texts there as well, Lou.
Yeah, and there's a teeny weeny little hole punch, and they'll fit those round solid ones, like almost to make them out of shrink plastic or something. So to make great little key rings and things. So yeah, but those little dies, get a magnetic sheet for them, because otherwise,
definitely.
Fine.
Well, a £3 saving on the stamps, £12.98, that's all it is if you want to go for those individually, 706517. So that would be, that's £17 saving already on the items we've seen. But there's something else we haven't shown you yet as well, and you've already found it, the paper pad. Now, this is a 12 by 12. This is a lovely pad as well, Lou, because you've got, of course, the black, the white and the red in the colour scheme in there, but you've got glitter card in here. You've got pages that have got the resist on them as well, so you can add your own colours and bring through the detail as well. Watercolouring sheets, they're the resist ones, I think. The die cutting sheets are in there as well. So you've got ready-made toppers, you've got embellishments, you've got things you can pop into pockets, maybe with the template that you've got with the dies as well. These would work very, very well. Just a lovely paper pad. And another £3 saving there, £10.99, 185406. So that is £20 saving, if I've done my maths correctly so far. Now, as always, we do offer you a full collection as well, and a lot of you have found that as well. So let's take that £20 that we've just added up on those individuals and give you another £5 on top. That's what you're seeing there. But Freedom members, look at this, an extra £11.89. So you would be saving £31.89 if you're a Freedom member, and it's on Flexi as well. Already, when it comes to the full collection, 10% of the stock has gone. This is busy, Lou. Everyone's loving this.
Yeah. That paper, you know, the glitter paper, it doesn't shed either. You know, like it's encapsulated.
Yeah.
So it won't go everywhere.
We'll have a look at that
really
actually.
nice.
I think I've just flicked 2 pages straight away. Let me just go to these die cut elements because, of course, you can see lots of die cut elements in there. I mean, even down to the little gingham bow, that is beautiful. You know, you've got lots of ways of quick embellishments here, or, you know, keeping your cards simple, just one topper would work very well. We can see we've got the scalloped edges there. Loving the lips, actually, the kissing lips. What else have we got in there? We've got the hearts that are replicated from the stamp set as well, is there, I've just noticed.
Yeah, everything is doubled up, so it all mixes and matches, and I really like the idea that you're not left thinking, oh, what can I put with that? It's done for you. Everything's done.
It is. Now, I'm just going to show you the glitter card then I'm going to go back to some of those pages. Let me just see if I can catch the light with this one. Oh, let's see if we can get that. It is, oh, there it is. Can you see? It's very, very sparkly. It's absolutely beautiful. I agree with you. It's non-shed, isn't it? I can see that.
Yeah, but it's really fine, isn't it? It's not. Some glitters are quite. I don't know what's the word, but this is quite fine. I really like these.
Yeah,
really
they are
like
beautiful. We've got the white. We've got that gorgeous red. when it comes to the glitter. We've got the silver as well, which is beautiful. And we've got the watercolour pages, the resist pages as well. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm sure Lou at some point will show us these. I just flex that. Can you see the resist on the pages? So you add your colour over the top and wow, you're really going to see those designs come through, aren't you, Lou?
Yeah, that's my first demo, because I think when you see how easy and quick you can make one card with just one element, you've got 4 there.
Yeah.
I don't want to use them all. I have to buy 2.
Well, you can go for the extra paper pad, you know. We have got it for you at the bottom of the screen there, £10.99. Now, let's have a look at a few samples as well. We've got all sorts of beautiful samples. Can we just have a look at this one to the side of me, actually, because that's the one. If we look at this, this could be a journal page, it could be a scrapbook, you could add a photograph or something to that, it could be a canvas. Look at those hearts, those optical illusion hearts. Obviously using the paper pad there for the main heart on there, but look into the background there. You've got the washi tape on there as well. Lovely example of how to use the whole of the collection here as well. Of course, you've got your love is all you need there. If you want a very simple card, that works so well. And of more, when we come to journals and books and things like that as well, Lou, do you know, the dies themselves are perfect. I love how fine these are as well. Look at that.
Some of them, when you look at the die, it's a bit misleading, because you're looking at the die. You see the die cut, it's a lot finer than you think.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm really proud. These are beautiful samples by the girls. They really are. I've got to mention Karen, and it was the blue one at the beginning, and we've got Liz and Rachel and Susan, and they have done brilliant ones.
They have. This one is from Liz, actually. And, of course, oh, now then, there is a lovely sample here. Let me just pick this one up. I don't know if you've spotted this one because it was at the front of the counter, but this is the pocket, isn't it, Lou? So if I just turn this to the side so you can see that fold there as well. You can see the dimension, and then you can pop something into that little pocket, which is beautiful. In fact, I need to turn this to the back as well. Not only is the front, the side, beautiful, but also the back as well, because we've got those lovely lips on there as well. That's one of Susie's.
What I mean, that's the real. Yeah, Susie likes the detail. She's really good at stuff like that, and she thinks I like the how she's taken one heart and cut it out of the die cut and used it on its own. I think it's clever. She's clever like that. Yeah.
She's very, very clever, as is everyone who's sent in the samples, of course. Now, 20% of the stock has gone. Phone lines are busy, almost 20%, I should say. Now, I'm just going to show this one because it does say on there, Be My Valentine. It's a waterfall effect, which is fabulous. Those toppers are all out of the paper pad as well. But I do want to show as well, Lou, that this isn't just for Valentine's, of course. I mean, you can go with any colour. This is one of Karen's. I love that. That is very clever, isn't it?
As you can tell. Yeah, I like the way, bring in the other stuff that you've got, make it so really personal to you.
Definitely.
And like I say, look, it's all about just hearts of Valentine's, but I like the way she's used the washi with the hearts. I think she's been really clever with that.
Love the blues in there as well. That's another one of Karen's as well. And we've got one from Rachel here as well. Now, Lou, just as we're looking at a few more samples and going through a few numbers, I know you're ready to go for demo, or should be almost ready to go. If there's anything you need to do, if you want to do that now, we'll just give a few more numbers and we'll throw over to you as soon as possible. Is that okay?
That's fantastic.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And oh, I love that one. I've got to say, that's one of Rachel's, but look at the colours in there. Nothing Valentine's about that at all. Completely the opposite, in fact. It could be for any occasion indeed. Well, we are very busy on the full collection. Don't forget, Freedom members, look at that saving on top of all those savings we've already got. Oh, it makes it a why not deal, doesn't it? Because if you're not a Freedom member, $5.97, look, you're still going to make extra savings as well. 635442 is the item number you need for the full collection. Now, we do have more things to tell you about a little bit later on, but I think Lou is ready for demonstration, so I think we're going to throw over there now. You can go to the website, of course, and find everything, but I'm loving what I'm seeing here already. The black, the white and the red, it's just gorgeous. Lou, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. We're fine, I think. What I wanted to show you was, I'm having a fight with my ink pads. What I wanted to show you is, when I got this and I looked at it and I thought, I want to use red because I really like the idea. I don't use red a lot, and I think using it makes me sort of a bit out of my comfort zone in the colour-wise, and I thought, it's good. So I went round the house, and this is what I did. I went and got all the bits that I thought would work with it. So I got my threads,
Yeah.
And I got my embossing powders, and I got my glitters, and I got my sequins. And I thought it's a good chance for us all just to go around your house and just check all the stuff that we've got that we could add. So, you know, in the studio I can't bring everything, but when I'm there, you know, at home, I can see, get my
Yeah, of
pencils
course.
out and everything. So this is what I decided to do. But the first thing I wanted to do was show you that one of the pages in the stack, it cuts up to these. And these are individual toppers on their own. So really, all you need to do is a tiny bit of washi tape with that. And then you've got a card made.
You
So
have,
it's
haven't you?
so
Yeah.
simple, so simple. And these are really nice. And I think washi tape's a bit understated because you see it on a roll and that's all you look at. When you get it out and you look at it, you think, oh, there's a bit more to it, a lot more. So I sat down and I also got my old big bright colours out because I thought that'll work as well. And then I sat down and I did this. Now you're going to laugh, but I think some people like to see this. So this is all my planning, but I thought I'll show you all the different ways using this stack that I come up with. Right, hang on, sorry. I hope it's not boring you too much.
No, we're loving it.
All the different ways,
Oh,
just
wow.
using what we've got of card fronts and
Wow.
layers. So that's what I mean. Like when you get this, just think about all the elements you've got, and then just forget about one card. Just think, right, how could I could put that on there and that on there. And the only way to do that is to get your die cuts out and do them, and then play around. So
Yeah.
I come up with all those, and it really does. And then I did all my die cutting as normal, made a mess, and then I got these. Now these are the resists. So what we've got are some wonderful text and textures and things that come out when you actually add colour. So the first
Now,
one is
these are sheets from the paper pad, aren't they, Lou? So if anybody wants to go for extra, you can do. Lou has cut hers down. Obviously, so it depends on the page that you've got actually, because one is already in those quartets, so you can just cut into each one. So you do get the 4 6x6s. Another is an overall sheet, but we're going to see the magic here, I think.
Yeah, I'm using the one that splits into 4, but you have got another one that goes into 9. And what you can do is just sort of get your. I like to put a little bit of water on it first and just let the water spray because it's really thick card, this.
Yeah, it is. I noticed that.
It's not thin stuff, and I was really sort of, oh, this is interesting that it's so sort of thick. Anyway, I put a little bit of water on there, and there's a stamp that's very similar to this, and it's really it's quite a small stamp, so it's not too sort of in your face, but it'll work well with this. So I sprayed some water on, and the next thing is what I want you to do is just, now you might not see that at home, but I'm just painting a heart on it, right?
Okay,
just a heart in water, and then I'm going to get some of my watercolour. Now you can use any watercolour you've got, anything that you've got that you like, and then we could just, now I'm using a dark colour, and it just sort of, all of this.
Oh, look at those little hearts coming through now.
And then I'm going to another colour. I've got no water in my pot.
Oh no.
I have got water in it. It's just, it's about, you know, you've got a massive big dish of water and there's about 1 inch in bottom. Right. So I'm allowing the heart to have the colour in again. And it's nice and bright, this, so you can see. And while it's like this, you can sort of play around with the shape. And this is when you can sort of, we've got a great card. It's a brilliant front. But now what you can do is bring your own element to it because, you know, you might want a bit of bright orange in it. You might want this. But this is, to me, the bit that makes these cards different from everyone else's because these aren't made like this. You're actually doing this yourself. And then a very thin wash. You don't want it thick. And you don't want it to be too sort of bold in the background because you want that to be the element. And then just go all the way over like that. Don't go up to the line yet because if you do, it might still be too wet to take it. So go back to the red. And depending on what red you want, you go for a cold red or a warm red. So just I'm using a bit of both.
Okay.
So, right, now when you've got to that, so you can just taking the edge of the white paper off, then dry your brush off a little bit and then just dampen the edges together. And what that hopefully will do is help them to blend, so it'll soften them without creating a real sort of heavy edge.
Yeah.
I hope that's coming across. So here might need a little bit, so this is where you might get a little bit more on your paper. But you've got your heart ready, and you need to let that dry. You do need to let that dry, because even though it's watercolour paper, it will sort of buckle and bevel. If you want to add more colour, well, you can, but you get the idea of how that looks.
That resist is amazing, isn't it? When you see you go over the top with the water there, and see it kind of move away from that resist area. It's really interesting to watch. Do you know, we are busy on the full collection, everybody. A quarter of the stock has already gone on the full collection. Right. Now, Lou, we will be back to you in a little while. I just want to do a couple of things, actually. We're just going to look at one or two other items as well. So, moving away, of course, from the one-day special and the full collection for a moment, I want to tell you about this. I think this is such a great idea. This is a build-your-own, basically, a scrapbook pad, if you want. That's no other way of putting it, really. Now, what you've got here are 12 different designs to choose from, and you choose any 12. So that means if you want one of each, you certainly can do. If you've got a particular favourite and you want to go for a favourite, then you can, of course, multi-buy on that one. So it's entirely up to you. So the first one we've got here is Stag Silhouette, and you can see why it's called that. Isn't that beautiful? Then we've got Woodland Stags. So I'm going to show you front and back because these are double-sided. Isn't that gorgeous? These are beautiful. Oops, oh, I've dropped one. We've got Winter Fox. It's very thoughtful, isn't it? Lovely stuff. We've got Winter Woodland next. Again, the overall background there. You've got more stags on the back of there as well. Isn't that lovely? Lots of area in the front there to place your photographs and things. Forest Scenes is there for you. You could cut those out individually as well. You've got a full background there as well on the reverse of that one. Winter foliage we've got here, those beautiful wreaths. You've still got the woodland animals there as well in those jars. Again, a lovely sort of overall background there to work with as well. Look at those stags in there again. Winter stag. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Do you know, you can go for more than one if you want. Multi-buy however you wish. Go for 12 of the same one. Go for whatever mix you like. Winter bench is this next one. Let's have a look at the reverse of that one. Oh, how cute is that? Oh, the Arctic wolf. Love that with the roses in there as well. That's pretty. And there's the reverse. Oh, that'd be definitely mine. I love the roses, love the wolf, love the cabin especially. And then we've got the polar bear. Let's have a look at the reverse of that one. Oh, you've got the owl on that one. Aren't these beautiful? And then we've got animal scenes. Oh, look at the raccoon. Let's see what's on the reverse of this. I've not even seen all of these before now. There we are, beautiful background again. And then we've got Winter Lodge for you. A really nice mix again of those different animals. You've got the lodge on there as well. And then on the back, you've got that beautiful snowy scene. So 12 sheets, double-sided, remember, for £9.99. And you can choose how you configure that. That's up to you. A £2 saving on these, 370999 is the item number. So do consider that as well. And in the meantime, we're going to head back to Lou and see what she's up to next. Okay, Lou, over to you.
Yeah, great stuff. What I've done is just got to leave this to dry, and rather than heat it again because it's resist, I'm going to leave it to dry now. So I've damped down one of my cards. Now you can use either or, it doesn't matter which one, but this one's got love on, and I've just cut a piece of card that I think will go across it, and then what I'm going to do is choose a stamp that I'm going to work on. So what I'll do is I'll choose this one, no, this one, and that many, right. So this has got hearts in it. What I'm going to do is just a tiny bit. I don't want to put too much colour on, but I'm just going to get a tiny bit of red, and I'm going to put the red on there. Now, these are really old ink pads, and I've used these because it was a bright red that I wanted. So, you know, you might have different ones. I've got a tiny one there that hardly anything.
Look at that. I didn't realise there were so many different designs on there.
Exactly. So you can go really dark. I'll show you straight on. So if you want to, I just wanted to show people that there's lots of different ways of doing this, because people just think there's one way of doing it, but there isn't. If you put the ink straight on, or you can wipe it off because the resist allows it. So I quite like that one. I'm
Would
going
our
to
sprays
put now.
work in the same way as well, Lou? Our water-based sprays?
Absolutely. All those sprays work. Anything like that works. You just need to. What I would do is just try it. If it's water-based, it'll work. Simply as that. And if it's acrylic or anything like that, all you need to do is just try it. But yeah, all of these should work. So we've got the pattern coming through quite, you know, it's not too strong. What you can do though is, in the meantime, if you wanted to, you can even put this on and go back over it if you wish, get a bit more ink on your thing, and then you'll get it darker in the hearts. You can just see.
Oh,
and
I
then,
like that actually, because you've still got that resist.
Yeah, you can just see the hearts there. You might not be able to see it much, but the hearts are in the side. So that's another thing. So you just basically build up the colour where you want it. And I really like this because you can't make a mistake. If you wanted to use watercolour, you can still use watercolour. And it goes straight into the paper look. So anything, you can use anything. Right. What you do need to do is wipe it off the resist as soon as possible, because if you don't, what happens is you get a residue and then you get this hue. So straight over, leave that there. There's a bit down here that still needs more.
It is like magic, isn't it, when you watch it come through?
Oh, I love it. So I've got that there, and I've got this, and I'm going to just do now. The thing is, I thought I had my sticky inks, but I haven't. So I'm going to try and see whether this will work on here. So I'm going to get the stamp. I've got the stamping block. I've got my ink pad, and I'm just going to try. I look for these, and I think, which would I like? And I think I'm going to try with this one, because it's hearts, but they're not too heavy, the hearts. They're, you know, like some are quite strong. Now I'm going to see if this works with this ink pad. It may not. It's weird, but it's a pigment one, so sometimes they do show up on black. You just have to check. So I'm just going to put that there. Yeah. So it just checks a bit of a sort of stamping on and off, and I'm going to emboss it as well. So I'm using it rather than just using it for the colour. I'm going to be using it as a card front, but I want the colour. If I miss with an embossing powder, with it being red, it won't matter, because I'll still be able to see the red underneath it. So it's a bit of a, you know, in case you make a bit of a fluff up. So what I've got there, because we do sometimes, you'll hit and miss with and these are the only bright colours I tend to have, because most of the others are quite subdued. So I thought, well, I'll get those big bright ones out now. I've got bright red now. Now, you might not like this, but sometimes, as I said earlier before, you need to break out. Oh, come on. You need to break out your comfort zone. And by using these colours, it just opens new doors for me, because I think, oh, I really like that. I forgot I had that colour. Now, this has got a bloom on it. So that means that we'll have a lovely gold happening when it dries. So far we've got the back, we've got the white, we've got some die cuts that I've done already. Now I'm going to dry this, so it shouldn't take a minute, but it's entirely up to you if you want to watch. I love this. I don't think I've ever got tired seeing it.
Well, just as you're drying that off, Lou, I'll just give the details. They are on the screen there, but for anybody who was buying, of course, the full collection, over a quarter of the stock has now gone. Remember, from the individuals, we're carrying over all the savings. We're giving you extra savings on top. If you're a Freedom member, you're getting an extra £11.89. We've already carried over £20. So that's £31.89 saving on the full collection. If you're not a Freedom member, you're going for that collection, join now. You will still make extra savings. 635442 is the item number. And of course, you have got the dies. You will get the stencils and the washi tape. You're going to get the stamp sets and you're going to get the paper pad as well. And we can split the cost for you. 2 payments of £31 and a penny if you're a Freedom member. And this is going to keep you going all year round. I mean, you should get this in time for Valentine's, but we're much more than that, aren't we? We're talking about, you know, just those little letters or those little cards or projects that we want to send just to let someone know we're thinking about them. Anniversary, you know, Mother's Day isn't that far away as well. So do think of all those other occasions. You don't have to stick to the black and the red and the white as a colour scheme. I can so see these being used, these dyes, so many times in your journals, I mean, your albums as well as your card making as well. Some really pretty designs in there as well. Now we do have something else to tell you about as well. We've got some essential dyes for you. Now these are really nice. The button pocket and the burst card with a £7 saving on these, £28.98. Great size die sets there again. In fact, you've got more dies than you'll probably realise amongst those 2 sets there. 186457 is the item number on those, so don't miss out on those as well. Right, back to Lou.
Right, sorry, I've got all the papers out as well, and I've got some multicoloured papers, and I thought they're a bit, the strange, the sort of gold and red, and I thought they really look well with this embossing powder, just to show you that you get what we call a bloom on, but when you when it's all dry and you wipe it off, you can see that it's no longer, the bloom's gone, but you've got a red gold shimmer on this.
You have.
So,
I can almost see a green coming through there as well.
Exactly. And now I've ripped the edges of this because I quite like, so this is one of the dies in the kit. So what I've done is I've just thought, right, well, I do like that. This die you get fits all the ones in the book.
Okay. Yep.
So this page in your book, you get a die
that
fits it. So you can die cut all of them if you want. So we've got these. So I really like this. Now I'm going to just put this together. The pocket could sit there, but I quite like just having just a couple of these together, and this is got to be one of my favourites.
Like
it's a really lovely one, and you can sort of die cut it out, play with it, and I think personally all you need now is a bit of love, and there's your card done. You know, you don't need much more than that. I mean, I'll finish it by all means, but I just think, you know, what we tend to do is think about overcomplicating things. Now, I think even that looks nice, but I do like this bit of gold on it. And if you want to, what you can do is overlay 2 or 3 of them. So I've got one on there. If I put that one over it, and we get the 2.
Oh, I like that, Lou. That looks really good.
And then what we've got is this one is the heart one with the love, and that goes over both. I really think you can sit there and do what I've done and spend hours just drawing out the little designs that you think will work. And it's endless. I mean, I can glue all this down as much as I want, but I'll just show you by adding certain things. Each one looks totally different.
Yeah, it's amazing how those little elements change it.
Just going to put, just to show you here. Now, this is one of the the washi tape, sorry. Oh, come on, where's the end? Right. Oh, where's the end? Right, I'm getting another one. I'll get this one. And this has got love on it. So if I was to just show you that this looks brilliant as well, just a line there, take it off, a line down there, rip it, and then do the next one that way. I think because we've got a lot of red, we've got white of the card. If we bring the white in, I think this tends to make it look like ribbon.
Yeah, it looks completely different again.
Does, totally different. Now it looks quite angular. We've taken that off. We're going to put that in there now. We'll put those back on. We could put that. I think that's too much, so I'm going to go back with this again. And then this here. And then, to me, another card done.
Yeah, that pulls it all together beautifully.
Endless. I mean, I could put them all on black card or whatever you wanted me to, but at the end of the day, it wasn't so much about that. It was about showing you how each one can look entirely different, a little bit of different colour, and you just go on for ages and ages and ages doing them. So it's entirely up to you. I can. Would you like me to glue them down, or would you like me to show you some more techniques?
We'll see some more techniques if that's okay by you, Lou. If you want to get set for another demonstration, and we'll show a few more samples in the studio if that's okay, because the design team have worked so hard. I've just spotted this one at the back actually. This is one of Susie's. Love that. Again, you know, it does say Be My Valentine's, but you could change that again to an anniversary or a different occasion as well. I adore the die-cut hearts there. They're almost like scribbled hearts, aren't they? But putting a few of those on together, what a lovely effect you've got there. Absolutely beautiful. And again, with that pocket die, that could be exchanged for the heart there as well. And you could tuck something inside that pocket. Maybe it could be a secret love note, or maybe it could be a ticket to somewhere for future times. Who knows? We've got more samples on the back there as well, but I want to remind you again that we have got, oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's just from the paper pad again, you see. Because you've got the red, the black and the white all there together. But I mean, there's nothing to stop you again adding further colour. Let me show you this wonderful book again. This is by Liz. I'm not going to open all the pages up, but you have got bits tucked away in these pockets here. There's cards at the top that of course you can put photographs on or decorate in other ways. But it just shows you again different ways of working with all of the different elements. Don't forget with your die cuts as well, use those as stencils. You do get stencils in the complete collection, but use your dies as well. There you can see that's that resist page. I'd not even realised that until I saw Lou doing that demonstration. I thought that had been stamped on there. And I adore those lips. I think they're perfect. Do you know, if you're sending a card to somebody, you want to seal it with a kiss, that's the perfect opportunity, isn't it? Let's have a look at one or two more again. Oh, let me bring in that pocket one again for you, because I really want to show you this. This is such a lovely idea. If I bring the die set in again, of course, from the one-day special, you are getting the dies, but the full collection, you also get them. This is the die that creates the pocket. There are smaller dies within that die set as they're placed on the card there. But the whole of that, you know, you've got the score lines built in, you've got the little tab that you stick down, and it does create that beautiful pocket that then you can, you know, tuck a little gift in there again, or a photograph, or a little love note, or whatever you want it to be. I love the shape of this as well. If I just bring that forward, that's a clever use of the border that Lou was showing us there as well. So it's almost as though it's standing on the very point of the heart there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But just a reminder as well that it doesn't have to be Valentine's at all. Steer clear of the red, the black and the white if you wish. You're not going to get much brighter than that, are you? But look at the background with the love all in the background there. Then you've got the dies and the stamps that have been used. All in the blue there as well. The blue, the white and the black looks amazing. And of course, we're not just talking cards, we are talking your little home decor pieces as well and your projects. Beautiful. Now, almost 30% of the stock has gone when it comes to the full collection. This is the first live hour, remember. And we've got that flexi on you. Individually, yes, you can go for those. If you've got your eye on something specific, you will make savings. But carrying all those savings over and then the extra saving on top, the biggest saving by far is on the full collection, 635-442. Don't forget that washi tape is also included. I'm just going to show you that board again. If you're going for the individuals, then the washi tape comes with the 2 stencils, but with the full collection, you are getting 12 rolls of washi tape included. There we are. That's just them, you know, basically just put onto a piece of card so you can see what you're getting, but you can overstamp those, write on them, tear into them, do whatever you wish. It's a lovely collection. Right, I don't know if Lou's ready to go again. Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, I'm going to leave it with you, Lou.
Oh, right, sorry, I butted in. How rude of me then. Sorry about that.
No,
I just wanted to show you this stuff.
I love these.
That's a really cool stamp, isn't it? So all I'm doing is using a rather jaded archival ink pad. I would, you know, probably if you've got a stamp platform, use one. And then I think sometimes I don't put the stamp on right, and what I do is I leave a bubble in the middle just there.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So it's not stuck down quite all the way across.
Yes. And I think, let me see. See, the bubble's gone.
Yeah.
I just redid it. So just the way I do it now is I just sort of roll it down, and then I do. And I just wanted to show you how nice it would look if you could make. I'm just going to make like my own background here, and you'd be surprised if I just put this into a, you know, into a frame.
Yeah.
With a little bit of red on it.
Oh, yes.
That'd be done, wouldn't it?
It would.
So I really love this stat. I really love it because you've got lots of optical illusion with it, but it really works on these. These are the packs out of the sheets. So you
Yeah,
get the
out of the
sheet,
paper
and
pad.
I've decided to cut them up, and it was this one, and there was a few I thought you could just add. Now, the one we was using before, the love one, this one, sorry, has got the same background as that. So it's the
Yes,
handwriting.
yeah.
So basically, you could just use a little bit of red washi, and you're done. But I just wanted to show you how you can sort of make your own little identity on these. I really like this because it's sort of mis-stamped, and it looks like a sale ticket to me. You know, when you go in a shop and something
I can see what you mean.
knocked down. And I just thought that on there. Get your stamp platform on it, because then it'll work properly. And I just really like.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love that stamp.
Isn't it good? But
Yeah.
then what we'll do is, because at the moment I'm doing doodle mad here at the moment. I do a doodle every day, so we call it doodling. And all I'm going to do now is just do one line.
Okay.
And then a wiggle around it, and then a third line with a wiggle around it. And then what you've done is you've got basically your own pad, and you've got your own sort of, what do you call it? You know, when you do your own little embellishments. Now, when I do this, I tend to sort of do this, and then I colour in little bits of it.
Okay.
So if you wanted to just take one element of this, one little piece of this paper, cut it, put a stamp on it, then add your own doodles, you've got a unique piece of artwork. Seriously, it's unique. No
It could be like you've
have
stitched around it. You could have a loose thread or something.
Absolutely. I think stitching would be perfect for it. If you get a white pen on this as well. Now, I am so famous for none of my white pens working. Oh, tell me about it. It's working now. So that's not. I can't believe this. Anybody who sees me will know I never have a white pen that works. So now what I'm doing, it's true. I'm going to.
Have you got glue that's not bunged up though, Lou? Because every time you're in the studio, your glue's bunged.
Oh, it's all unbunged. Mark unbunged it for me. Right, so I'm just going to copy this. So you don't have to. You can just put your own little designs on like that, your little doodles. So yeah. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. Let me get. You've got just a card front. So if I wanted to use this, I'm just going to fold it. You might not want it joining there. I just wanted to show you how quick and simple it all comes together. So I'm looking at the little hearts, and I've got the little hearts there. And this is what I mean about when I draw out all my layouts. I do it so that I really do get to know what my card looks like, or what my elements look like together. I'm just going to put one. Is that skew width? Oh, it doesn't matter. Skew width. And I'm just going to put that there, and have that there. Oh, I think I'll have it across. And no, that's skew width, that, isn't it? That my eyes are going wobbly.
I think it's those optical illusions, those hearts.
Well, yeah, it is with me. Right, that's better. That's better. Right, can you see now? I've just put that over there like that. So put that there, and then I would always chop these from behind, but I'm just going to fold them over for the moment.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is get one of the hearts that sort of go with it, or you could get the love. But if you've got this one, which is stunning, you can just chop out all the extra bits. And so you've got lots of different size hearts there. You've got a big one on its own, a little one. So, you don't have to stick with just that little one or whatever. You can do whatever you want. And then
that's a nice one as well.
That on there, and it just looks stunning. But again, little elements. There's all these as well that people miss, and these are beautiful, and they're really beautiful, like not fleur de lis, like ornamentation, stuff. I don't think that goes, but I really like that on there. And there, stamped it, little bit of washi tape. I think it needs a little bit there, not all the way. A little bit of washi tape, and before you know it, you've got all these cards made. And they're unique because you've stamped and you've doodled all over. So again, another card.
Lovely. Very
So
contemporary as well. Really nice, clean
yeah,
look. But at the same time, you've got
absolutely.
quite a lot of ink on there as well. But it's the
Yeah.
bright red, isn't it? Beautiful. Now,
Yeah.
we are over 30% of the one-day special. Sorry, not the one-day special, the full collection gone there, because the complete collection, of course, you are getting the dies, you're getting the stencils and the washi, you are getting the paper pad, you're also getting the stamps as well. Huge savings on this one. It says it's saving $11.89 there as a Freedom member, but that is once adding on top, once we've taken those single savings over from the individuals as well. So £20 savings on the individuals plus the £11.89. That's £31.89 and split over Flexi. 2 payments as well. There you are, £31 and a penny per payment. Now I'm just going to show you again through this paper pad. Of course you can go for this individually. If you want to add an extra one into your collection, you can do as well. We'll bring the details up at the bottom of the screen. They are all die cut. If I just turn that over so you can see, they are die cut, so it's just a case of popping those out. I think it is a great idea to take those out of the pages and do play around, as Lou's been showing us, with the die cut elements that she's made herself. You know, do the same with the paper pad. Don't forget you are going to get a die that corresponds with these shapes here, these scallop circles as well. So you don't have to fussy cut those out. You can use your die to cut those out, or you maybe even want to leave a little frame in there. You've also got the ribbon borders in this page as well, and then you've got those lovely toppers. These are the ones that Lou was just showing us there. You've got an awful lot. In fact, you've got, is it 12 on there? It will be 12. 4 times 3, yeah, 12 different toppers there as well. Some of these pages are double-sided as well. So this one here, look, you've got the beautiful red with the font on there, but then you've got that checkered effect on the back there, that graph also almost even there as well. You've also got the love stamp there as well, like that, as though it's been sealed with wax or something. So don't forget, you have got double-sided elements in here, and then I'll flick over those because I want to show you these beautiful, beautiful glittery cards again. And it is encapsulated, so you can't rub that off. It isn't going to shed all over the place. That beautiful white is in there. You're also going to get the red and the silver as well. Let me just show you those because they are stunning. Look at that red. That's a true red, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And that silver is gorgeous as well. And then, of course, you get those watercolour sheets as well. Now, you do get, Lou did say 9 elements on one page. I hadn't realised, actually, there was 9 to start with, but you can, as I'm just flexing that and catching the light, I think you can see those. We've got sentiments in there, we've got the hearts in there, we've got a wreath in there, and other items as well. And then we've got the quartet, as I call it, because the 12 by 12 has been split into 4 there. I think you can just about see that as well. Now I've realised where that love background has come from, with that beautiful card with all the bright colours as well. So there's your paper pad. It is just part of that full collection, as I say, available individually as well if you want to go for extras or just for that. But let's go back over to Lou. Just one more thing to say, actually. 1/3 of the stock of the full collection is now gone. It is very busy, and I've got an eye on what Lou is doing. We're going back to where we started, aren't we, Lou, here?
Yeah, I wanted to show you because no point in me just doing it and then thinking, well, what's she doing that for? So I've got some thread, and the first thing I'm going to do is just, for me, I'm just going to go, I know it looks daft, but hold on, I don't want that end. That's a bit dodgy, that end. Get rid of that. If it's really dodgy, the end, don't have that on it, right? So it's just a little bit of playing around, really, because I don't often get to do this.
You did that quick.
Mine's on. Well, it's because I'm not thinking about it. If we sit there and think about it, we're there forever, won't we? So, you know, and it works better. It's like my hair. It's having a month off at the moment, my hair. So it's decided, it's left me, it's being a teenager. So I'm just leaving it. And then whenever I leave it and then do it again, it looks all right. So it's like, you know, pretend it's not there and it'll come back. Anyway, so I've got thread, and I've got glittery bits on it, and it looks a bit, it doesn't look nice. It doesn't look nice, that. It doesn't. I know it doesn't. But I don't want it to at the moment, because what I'm going to do is add my own bits. Now, I should have done this before, but never mind. And all you're going to do is get a red pen and just do your, like, scratchy lines like you did before.
Yeah.
Just a red pen. You can use a black one. This is a ball. This is an ink pen. It doesn't matter what you use, as long as it sort of works on the resist. Now, you can rub these in because it'll rub off any resist. So it's not waterproof ink. But then, quite like that. Then I've got this love one.
Oh, this is a beautiful die.
And then I've put it over the top. So really, it's a bit of glue showing there. The background is irrelevant now because it's the actual die cut
really
that we're looking at. And then, you know, what you can do is if you're, say, you know, you're really not liking that, you can wash it out a little bit if you wish like that, but I quite like that. So what I'm going to do now is just leave it like that. And I do think sometimes, oh, there we go. Sometimes these little bits that we've cut off, because they're already primed, so to speak, I like to cut these down and then keep them as really nice little sentiment bits. So what I've done is, it's the same as that. I'm going to rub the excess off.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I don't particularly like that with that because I think it needs to be a bit darker. So what I would do is add a little bit of blue to it, and then, or any other colour really, and then I might get a darker red, which is what I want. I don't want it to be as bright as that. I want it to be a little bit darker. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to mix these. So I'm just going to tear that off. So here now, I would chop that down, but we've now got something we could put in our washi tape. So we look at with love, or we've got love art, love art, love art. And I think it'll probably be...
Oh, yes, that works.
That one. And then on top of it, this next to it. So, oh no, I know what I'll do. I forgot it. Right, take that off, put that one on. I've got it in my mouth now, so I'm glad you can't see me. I've got it shoved on my lip. So it doesn't look very clever, I'm telling you. Unless you look up and oh, you can't see me. Hey, you can't see me. So, there, put that on there.
Yeah.
And then layer the smaller ones. Now, I really like the small fine ones because I think some of the thick ones are a bit too much for me, but I really like just seeing that little bit of difference in size. I think it makes a big difference. Pull that out there, and I would, just to bring it together, because we've got the black on the bottom, we've got some black there. I would get a tiny bit of distress and just distress around the sides. Now, I'm not going to do it all, but you get the idea of...
Yeah, just kind of pull it all together.
Layer it all down, and you know, before you know it, you've gone from something that's everybody else will have in their pack to something that's really, really different. I don't know if this will work because it's an oxide, but because it's... Oh, yeah.
You keep going, Lou. We've got about 3 minutes left, but we're watching you, so keep going. Just going to remind everybody to check the baskets out because we are getting close to the end of the first hour. And you'll be back at 8 o'clock, Lou. Do you know what you're going to be doing at 8? Have you got any plan, or are you just going to go with it? Oh, I think she's frozen. Oh, dear. That's the first time I've heard Lou quiet. It really is. Oh, is she back? Is she back?
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. You froze for a second.
Oh, sorry, did I?
Yeah, not for
sorry
long.
about that. Oh, I was like, what's happened then? But just to show you now how having that little bit of black on that edge, I know you've got numbers to do, so has made a big difference to that.
That looks really good. I like that.
So there we go. I really like that myself now.
That's really pulled that together.
Do you think it's just like one of the backgrounds, but we've made something really different, and we've got all the, and you know, we've done quite a few in the hour. You think about all the different designs, and then the one at the beginning where I did hundreds of like little different combinations. So
and
yeah, it's entirely.
I've got to say as well, Lou, although you stuck to the red, the black, and the white from the you know, the colours in the paper pad that we've got, none of those scream Valentine's at me. I think they could be for any time of the year. Yeah. And that just goes to show this is not a one seasonal project, is it? Now, of course, when it comes to the full collection, that's where we're busiest. I'm not surprised with the savings we've got. Over a third of the stock has already gone during this hour. We can break that down. You will get savings on the individuals, but carrying it over, there are £20 worth worth of savings carried over from the individuals, and then that £11.89 on top of that if you're a Freedom member, taking that total of savings to £31.89. 635442 is the item number. Don't forget you can split that down into 2 payments as well. £31 and a penny this month and again next month as well, and that's it. And you can be making, you know, your books, your cards, your albums, your scrapbook pages. These are great for scrapbook pages actually. Lou, thank you so much. We fitted in 3 lovely demos from you during this hour, so we will see you again at 8 o'clock.
Yep, I look forward to it as well.
Wonderful.
Got more designs. I've got that many designs, I'm forgetting them.
Well, you just need to get that book out. You've written them all down. Just remind yourself, you've got so many ideas in that book. Do you know, it was lovely to see that, actually. See how Lou works. Thank you, Lou. We'll see you again at 8 o'clock. Of course, this is the end of the first hour. There are many more shows to come, but we don't know how stock will be affected, so make sure you check those baskets out and don't miss out, especially when it comes to the full collection. Now, I'll be back with Lou at 8 o'clock as well. She'll be live on Skype, of course, but in the meantime, we have got more to see, so I'm going to be giving you the menu shortly. Janice is up next. We've got some bargains coming up with Deflecto, actually, so don't miss that, whatever you do.